YouTube, what it do? Fademasterlos here, live and direct. This video gonna be a little different. The reason I said it's gonna be a little different because I ain't doing no transitions this video. This video is more so for the people that's trying to learn how to build clientele. For the barbers, I should say, that's trying to build clientele. See, the reason I felt like I should do this video because a lot of people think when you get into the barbering industry that it's just like, oh, okay, people just gonna come. Not quite. You gotta take that time to develop the type of barber that you're gonna become. You gotta take that time to learn how to cut hair first, because that's the biggest difference in a successful barber and a barber that's unsuccessful. You gotta sit there and take the time to learn how to get your trade right. That's like going to the doctor's office and they about to do a extreme surgery, but the doctor that you're going to see has never done a surgery before. So would you really trust that doctor to do surgery on something that could be life-threatening? No. So at the same time, it's the same effect with a barber. When a person come to see you, they gotta be like, dang, he done did over 2,000-3,000 cuts. And all them things is fire. They see the growth. They see where you can be and they see where you was once before. Hey, how you doing?
Y'all don't have a bathroom, is it?
No, we don't have a public restroom. Have that experience. So that's rule number one. Don't focus on the clientele as much in the beginning. Really, this video for my new barbers up and coming that really ain't in the game 100%. When I say new barbers, I'm talking less than 2 years of experience. You got to focus on your cuts. You got to focus on your craft. You feel what I'm saying? You got to worry about getting better. You can't sit there and be like, oh, well, I know how to cut, but then again, I ain't got clientele. So do you really know how to cut? Or do you more so think you know how to cut and think you got the game figured out? Because guess what? You can learn something new every day from somebody around you. Especially, that's the benefit of working in the barbershop, that you got other guys there that might be better or might not be as good. But you can always learn something new from everybody every day in this game. So what I'm pretty much saying here is, rule number one, don't focus on the money, don't focus on the clientele. Focus on getting better, getting a premium cut, being able to give a premium service, learning as much as you can, being the sponge to the game. Because one thing I could tell you is that if you soak it all in and start to manifest the things that you learn onto your customers and your clients, it will pay back dividends in the long run. So that's rule number one. Focus on learning how to cut hair first. Don't focus on the clientele if you're not confident in your cut. You gotta be confident, but to become confident, you gotta practice. I know that old saying where AI was like, practice. In the barbering world, man, if you want to be successful, you gotta practice. You gotta go to 2,000 cuts before you realize that, okay, I could cut hair. That's in my opinion. You need to at least have 1,000 cuts under your belt before you can sit here and ask about, oh, I'm trying to build my clientele, I'm trying to get my clientele up. If you did 1,000 cuts, you're gonna have somewhat of a clientele right there. You feel what I'm saying? But the next step, if you already passed cutting over 1,000 heads, the next step is to offer a service that no one else around you is offering. That could be discount on prices, just to get people to come and check out your work. Like if you're in a small city and let's say the average rate of a haircut is only $15, right? And you feel as though your cut is just as good as that next man that's charging $15. Drop some type of deal for your customers. Hey man, if you come to me the first time, I'll do your cut $5 less than that other barber 2-3 miles away is doing. I'll charge you $5 less and I'm gonna give you a cut just as good, if not better. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta offer some deals. Make yourself like more marketable. If that's the right word I should be using, I ain't gonna lie. But make yourself more marketable. Make yourself seem a little different. Like, hey man, when I go to da, he gave me a discount. He look out every time. You feel what I'm saying? He look out every time. He always give me a premium cut and he look out. You know what I mean? Once you get to that point, step number 3. Step number 3, once you get them in there and they used to getting a little deal here and there, be like, hey, I know my cuts, I usually charge 15, but guess what? If you bring me one more person, or if you bring me 2, if you bring me 3 people, I give you a little discount on your cut, period. So we gonna rearrange our cut prices. Let's say our cut price is really $20. They bring you 3 people. You say, hey man, you bring me 3 people, I cut your hair for 15 now on in. But you just gained 3 new people that's gonna pay you $20 a cut. You feel what I'm saying? Make yourself a little different than the other guys around you. Because guess what, over time, when you get to that point where you got a clientele book of 2, 3, 4, 500 people, you could easily be like, hey, okay man, I've been looking out for y'all for the past year or 2 years. Circumstances have changed. I'm gonna have to go up on my cuts. Let some of this traffic die down. Cause I'm outside the barbershop right now. I had a little moment of clarity to say I need to do a YouTube video. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna sum this up for y'all right now. All right, the volume done went back right. Step 3. After you done did those number 1 and number 2, you already at 3 where you offering deals. So like I said, when you get to that point where you got a clientele of at least 200 people, that means you managing 200 people every 2 weeks. You get that deals going, you get your deals going, and then you say, hey man, I've been looking out for you for the past year. I've been looking out for you for the past 2 years. You know, I gotta go up. I gotta go up because they went up on me on my booth rent, or I got other bills that I didn't have once before. And you know I'm giving you a premium cut. You're already used to me taking care of you and doing a good job. So I'm gonna have to go up $5. So for those same people that was paying 20, now they at 25. And for the people that looked out for you and brought 3 new people, guess what? They just went up to 20. You feel what I'm saying? So now you're getting 20 and 25s when you once was only getting 15 and 10. You feel what I'm saying? It's patience in this game. You can't just be like, oh, okay, I just went and got my first pair of clippers. I'm gonna make 100,000 a year. It doesn't work like that. With anything you gotta do, you gotta take time to learn the trade first. Number 2, you gotta take time to be able to sacrifice in the beginning to be able to discount your cuts just a little. You know what I'm saying? Just to get your name out there. Step number 3, then you brand. You brand it out there and you push them prices back on up to where you feel as though that you're worth. That's how you build clientele. Also, hand out business cards. Word of mouth, honestly, is still the best because, in my opinion, word of mouth is a person walking up into a store. It could be a CVS, it could be a Walmart, and somebody asks them, hey man, where you got that cut from? That's a fire cut. They already see your work. You got walking billboards at that point. Also, social media is a great platform. I use Instagram mainly, and also YouTube, but I really mainly focus on Instagram. The reason I tune in on one is because when you tune in on one thing, you become very good at that one thing, right? So if you sitting there trying to jump from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all these different social media sites, you're gonna put very little time in each. Instead, find that one social media outlet that's really good for you, that you feel as though a lot of people are on and a lot of people use, and that you're easily able to use, and stick with that. You feel what I'm saying? And once you got to a point where you feel like enough people is watching, enough people is coming, and it's starting to roll for itself, then you can move on to something a little bit different. Don't jump and try to do every social media at one time unless you got them linked all together. So once you drop one on one social media site, it automatically drop on another. So word of mouth and social media is two of the big boys. And also don't like I said, don't sleep on the business cards. Business cards is definitely still in existence, man. People take you serious when you walk up and you walk into a restaurant and they like, hey man, I see a lot of people know you here. I see a lot of people like know who you are. What do you do? Hey man, here's my business card. I'm very professional at what I do. I'm a businessman, for one. And two, yes, I'm a barber. Here's my business card. Come check me out. Like I said, that first haircut, you come and see me, man, I'll take $5 off your cut. So guess what? Now you're doing something else that somebody else not doing. You feel what I'm saying? And now that you don't like that person in for coming, they done got the atmosphere of the shop. They done got the vibe of the person you is. You done made them feel so comfortable and gave them a premium cut. When they come back that next time, they don't mind paying extra. They don't mind paying the 20 plus a tip. They don't mind paying the $30 because they like the individual that you are and you stay professional with it. You feel me? So like I said, this was just a quick video just to tell people how to build their clientele. It don't take much. You feel what I'm saying? It don't take much. All it takes is for you to sacrifice just a little bit to gain in the long run. And this same method that I just said could work in any business. Any business. I've been in the business for 5 years professionally. I was cutting before then, a little longer than 5, but I only go off of what I did professionally. And I've been professional barber for 5 years now, and going through having to learn this and learn that, came to a realization of how you build clientele. But I should say all clientele is not the best clientele. You want people that first have the money to pay your price, and two, you always want people that is respectable amongst kids, women, you know, kind of watching their tone of voice and stuff like that. So granted, it's good to build clientele, but at the same time, you don't want to overly, how can I say, just try to have a big clientele and then you have people coming in here disrespecting you, disrespecting the shop, disrespecting kids and women, you know what I'm saying, because that's a no-no. So when you choose your clientele, don't be afraid to cut a couple people off, you know what I'm saying? And the way you do that is pushing that price up on them to where they like, man, nah, it's just too much. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, this is a quick little video, you know what I'm saying, sitting outside the shop. It's Wednesday, just finished cutting a few haircuts, have a little time. I was like, let me go ahead and give YouTube a quick video, especially the barbers. This video is really mainly for the barbers, you know what I'm saying, that's new, upcoming, and they want a couple of advice for somebody that's really in the game, somebody that's been doing this for 5 years consistently. And there you have it, Fademasterlos, here, Stroy's Barbershop. You see it, you see it. Here we go, YouTube. I appreciate you coming through and learning some valuable information that can set you apart from the rest, help you build a clientele to where you're making over 100,000 a year, make it look easy, and we out. Peace.